He's ready to elevate Baltimore, a city he loves. We're just days away from Gervonta Davis's big fight of his career. The southpaw boxer and pride of West Baltimore is undefeated with 19 knockouts. Davis and his team gave WJZ inside access to his training. Rick Ritter has the exclusive interview as they count down to Saturday night's main event in Los Angeles.
The name is nationally known. The ability is that of greatness. Tucked away in West Baltimore, just blocks from the bustling Penn North, sits the Upton Boxing Center. And inside, he could be the future face of boxing, and he's gearing up for the biggest fight of his life.
I believe I was born ready.
24-year-old Gervonta Davis, known as Tank, grew up on the streets of West Baltimore.
I grew up, my mom and dad was on drugs and things like that, and went through foster care.
Struggles that could have easily turned him into another statistic in a city ravaged by crime.
I actually fought outside of my house, my doorstep, and my uncle wound up walking out the door and he seen me fighting. So he brought me to the gym, and I felt the love that I wasn't getting at home.
That love fueled by his longtime coach, Calvin Ford.
Work on what you've been working on.
Who's been changing kids' lives for years at Upton.
We always get a bad rep in Baltimore City about the youth. But the youth, they got an idea what they want to do if we help direct them.
Tank, just one of many of Ford's fighters, rising through the ranks, pummeling opponents on his way. Now getting his first crack at a main event fight on February 9th against Hugo Ruiz.
I'm excited to be on a big platform like this on my first main event on Showtime.
While his talents steal the headlines,
he's trying to uplift the city. He's trying to stay here and show them that you can do it.
His impact behind the scenes is even deeper.
You want to be like Tank someday.
Serving as a role model for young hopefuls like 12-year-old Samari Everett.
The biggest thing I learned is that this keeps you out of the streets and trouble.
You talked about that Baltimore City tunnel and how hard it is for kids to make it out of there sometimes.
It's very hard for them kids to make it through the tunnel because that tunnel is little sometimes, and the situations that they have to go through and what they see every day.
Saturday's now a chance to give Charm City its own born and bred star.
When you hear people say Gervonta Davis is the future face of boxing, what does that mean to you?
It gives me a lot of hope, but I don't never let it get me over my head, so I like to stay grounded and balanced. So
stay humble.
Yeah, stay humble.
Or perhaps even bigger.
Everybody don't have that father figure, but I believe there's someone out there that you can look up to and you can say that I want to be like that person. The Orioles had that time, the Ravens had that time. Now it's time for Gervonta Davis.
The two-time super featherweight champ tells me if he wins, his hope is to come back home and host a main event fight in Baltimore. Catch Davis versus Hugo Ruiz live on Showtime Saturday night at 10 o'clock.